Name of the lesson is packing, and author of this lesson is Jaram K. Jaram. And this story is actually an extract from a book, and the name of that book is Three Men in Boat. Means three friends in a boat who had planned a long tour, and they were going to this trip to have adventure. And obviously, when they had to go by a boat, which they must be rowing themselves, then they had to carry so many things with them, but they have to be careful that there are the things which they require only, otherwise their boat is going to be too heavy with the things which they will be carrying with themselves. So three friends planned a tour, and it was going to be a long one, maybe of many months. And they decided to do packing for it because they needed everything. Because see, when they are going, when they are using boat to travel, then they won't find at every step like restaurants or hotels. They will have to manage with the things which they will find at any place. And obviously they will have to carry a lot of things which will help them to cook or to do other necessary things. So these friends have finally decided to pack to go for a long tour. And how do they pack? These people are quite funny. Three friends are there and they are very funny, and they are not at all very sincere people. And let's see how they pack. And is it funny? Is it serious? Is it annoying? That you will find yourself after reading this whole story. So before you read, do you like going on trips? That we have already discussed, everybody likes. What kind of trips do you enjoy the most? How do you feel about having to pack for a trip? Most of you said that you would enjoy, or you have enjoyed always to pack for yourself. Have you ever discovered on a trip that you have forgotten to pack a few things you very much need, or that you can't find them easily? That also we have we have talked about it, that's very annoying when you need something and you forgot to pack it. Does this make you angry, or does it make you laugh at yourself, that you decide yourself that how do you feel at that time? Now read this description of how the author and his friends pack. So this is all about packing done by three friends, and these three friends are Jaram K. Jaram, who is the author, and his other friend is George, and one other friend is Harris. And we will read how they pack. I said I would pack. I rather pride myself on my packing. Packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. Now, the author is saying that I'm so proud of my packing, and I think I'm the best person in the world who can pack very well, who can do packing in such a manner that would be the awesome thing in the world. Now he says, it surprises me myself sometimes how many such things are there. Means I just can't count the things which I can do, and I am best at it. Means I am the best at many things. So packing is just one of them. I am the best person. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris, and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. I I impressed George and Harris, who are my friends who are assisting me in packing. And I told them that just leave everything on me. I'll manage. I am so good at it. So they fell into the suggestion, and now they were so excited about my suggestion to pack, and they were so ready about it that they took it so seriously. And what did they do? They took it seriously, and they accepted the thing that Jerem is very good at packing. And what did they do? They did something which was very weird for me, which was very strange for me. And what did they do? They fell into the suggestion with a readiness means they were in hurry to accept it. They quickly accepted it. That had something uncanny about it, and this thing was very strange for me. What did my friends do when I said that leave everything to me? They George spread himself over the easy chair. Now he made himself comfortable in easy chair. Harris cocked his legs on the table. Now he bent his legs, and he sat very comfortably. He put his legs on the table and bent them. This was hardly what I intended. Now this was not the thing which I expected. Intended means which it was not my desire. My desire was to supervise them, that I will tell them that this is how to pack. It was not like that, you leave everything, you sit down, and I will pack. I just wanted to supervise them, give them instructions only. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boss the job. I should be the leader of this job, and that Harris and George should potter about under my directions. And what would my friends do? What would George and Harris do? They won't sit. They would do all the unimportant things. They would do all the unimportant things if I will not lead them. So I want that I should boss the job, and I will tell Harris and George what to do and what not to do. So I pushing them aside every now and then. And whenever they will involve in something which is not important, what I would do, I would push them aside. Every now and then means every time. And what would I say? What would be my dialogues? My dialogues would be like this. Oh, you, here, let me do it. There you are. Means you had done it. Simple enough. See how simple it was to pack. Really teaching them. I wanted to teach them. I didn't want to do the whole work myself. As you might say, they're taking it in a way, but they took it in wrong way. What did they do? They took it in wrong way, and they started taking rest and left everything on me. And what did it do? They did irritated me. Now this thing irritated me. There is nothing does irritate me more than seeing other people sitting about doing nothing when I am working. And for me, it's really annoying that I am doing hard work. I am working so hard, and other people are just sitting around doing nothing and enjoying watching me. I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. Now author is telling us that he used to live with the person, maybe on rent, maybe sharing an apartment, who used to make him mad in that way. How he used to make him mad? He would loll on the sofa. Loll means sitting lazily. Sitting lazily. He would sit lazily on the sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. He could see me working for hours, and he would do nothing to help me out. He said it did him real good to look on at me messing about. Now he says that that person used to say that he enjoyed looking at me. Messing about means making the things messy, means not doing it properly, and having a kind of puzzled feeling. So he used to enjoy while seeing me that I am puzzled and I am not able to pack properly. Now I am not like that. I can sit still and see another man slaving and working. See, I am a very good person. I can't see people working and I am sitting like a boss. I feel so bad for the people because I don't feel good to sit lazily. I'm very, energetic person, very active person. So I can't see people slaving. Slaving means behaving, working like slave for me, working like a servant for me, and working. I want to get up and superintend. I want to do something. I want to do some good work, active work. And which work I like the most? I like to superintend. Means I like to supervise the people. I want to do something, but I don't want to work with them, of course, but I want to supervise them and walk around with my hands in my pockets. I want to put my hands in my pockets, move around. Of course, I am not going to sit lazily. I want to stand up, I want to move around. But yes, I want to keep my hands in my pockets and tell him what to do and want to tell other people what they should do. It is my energetic nature. I am so energetic. I can't sit, lazily. I am very energetic person. I can't help it. I can't do anything about it because I am so active. However, I did not say anything but started the packing. But now, see my friends, they are not good enough like me. They sat lazily and they left everything on me. But I can't say anything, so I started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. But it was a, long job, long work. But I got the bag finished at last. I sat on it and strapped it. But finally, I am so perfect. I am so good. So I finally completed the work and I sat on the bag and strapped it. Means I locked the bag, I sat on it. Aren't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris. Now, Harris said that you packed everything, but aren't you taking your boots with you? And I looked around and I found I had forgotten them. I forgot to pack those boots. That's just like Harris. So now this is my irritating friend Harris. He could have said it before when I was packing, but he didn't say at that time. He said these words that I haven't packed my boots just after I finished my work. He should have said this thing before I had, strapped my bag. I couldn't have said a word until he couldn't have said a word until I had got the bag shut and strapped. Of course, and George laughed. Now my other friend started laughing. One of those irritating, senseless laughs of his. Now my other friend George laughed in her stupid way, irritating way, and senseless laughs he usually gives. He usually have. They do make me so wild. And now as they were enjoying these things which I couldn't do properly, now this thing was going to make me wild. It usually makes me wild because they were always annoying and they won't help me in anything. I opened the bag when my friend reminded me of boots. I opened the bag, packed the boots in, and then just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. When I opened the bag, I packed the boots, and when I was going to close the bag once again, shut the bag once again, then some thought came in my mind. And what was that? Had I packed my toothbrush, which I needed every day? I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. But this is the thing which happens to me every time when I do packing, that at last moment something comes in my mind about my toothbrush, that whether I have packed it or not. And this idea is really bad because at the last time when you are about to finish your work, then you come with the thought that whether I have packed it or not. Now he further explains, my toothbrush is the thing that haunts me when I am traveling. Haunts me means that things give me, so much problem, so much trouble when I am traveling, and makes my life a misery, and it makes my life full of sorrow. I dream when I sleep after packing, then I dream that I haven't packed it, means I haven't packed my toothbrush. And then I wake up in a cold perspiration. I am fully sweating when I wake up. And then I get out of my bed and hunt for it, means search for it. Then I would search for my toothbrush. And in the morning, I pack it before I have used it. And then in the night, I would pack my toothbrush. And when in the morning I would get up and before started traveling, I will go to brush. Then I would find that I have already packed my brush in the bag. And then I would open my bags once again, and it is always the last thing I turn out of the bag. And then after brushing, I would keep it outside and then repack and forget and have to rush upstairs it at the last moment and carry it to the railway station wrapped in my pocket handkerchief. And in the last moment, once again, I leave it at, without packing. Then I wrap it in my handkerchief and run towards the railway station.